I'm back here with yet another topic on money matters. Today we are going to see the topic like what are the money mistakes that most of the Indian families repeat. Now, if I ask you how are how are you financially sorry, if I ask you a question, are you financially stable? You might give me an answer, I'm not sure. It is not because you don't earn well, neither is it because your families are not aware of any, not aware of, or you are not saving or investing money. But the thing is, you earn well, you have made your investments, you have done your insurances, but still you're not confident enough to tell that your money is, you have a stable financial life. So here, I'm not here to judge in this video about these matters, but I'm here to dig on the topics like what are the hidden gems regarding the finances that we are still not aware of, or the repeated mistakes that many families make in their finances. So, welcome to this topic, and let us ponder on what are all the general mistakes that most of the time we all repeat, and so we don't feel confidence on our money matters. We are earning well, we have good income, we work hard for making that money, we have saved that money, we have also invested that money, we have brought insurances. But still, when somebody asks us, are you stable financially? We are not sure, we are not confident. Why? Because having income alone will not give us the confidence. We need to know what is coming in and what each component of money is directed towards, where each expenses are directed towards. And this comes only from clarity. So let us see how we can build this clarity. So now what happens is like everybody are earning money. They are investing also. They have insurance plans also. But still there is no confidence. That occurs because the there is no good roadmap. That is, if we are traveling from Bangalore to Delhi, but we don't know the map. We are traveling, we are going ahead, but we don't know where we are going to, or we don't have a proper direction towards which we need to head towards. So what happens? This creates a lot of confusion. This creates a lot of other things. That is, we take decisions randomly. Because we are not still aware where we are going or which road to take. Similarly, it so happens in the case of money matters when we don't have any clear goals. We are not sure where our money has to go. So this leads to a big confusion, and in turn, this leads to a late or delayed decision on on family money matters. So what happens right now is people are always behind products. One of my friend told me to invest here. Okay, so shall I go and invest there? Now, there is a friend who is selling insurance, and he told this insurance will best suit your requirements. So I go ahead buy that insurance, but I don't know for what am I buying this insurance? What is it? What is my take on that insurance? Is it of any purpose to me? Is it required in my life? Or does it save the purpose of for what that insurance is bought? We don't know anything. Just because somebody gave us an idea and that idea became fancy for us, we buy insurance. But that's not the case. I'm not telling we should not buy the insurance, but we should know for what we are buying. Is it to our requirement and does it protect me or anything like that? So we should never be behind the products. And in India, the next serious matter is like we don't discuss about money matters with the family members. We take our own decisions. We don't consult with any family members. Especially the children are never involved in money discussion. So what happens is like they are they grow up without the knowledge of how the money has to be treated, of how have they to manage their money when when the requirement comes. So all these things, so we are free to discuss on our vacations, on our children's schools to choose, or the vacation spots to go, but we are never confident or talk about the money matters. Actually, not among the family members. Even money matter discussion never comes with the friend circle too, the known people. It is always kept as a secret. So what happens? No discussion. So we don't get a perspective of what the other person thinks. Sometimes that perspective will change the way you think about money. So what happens is that because of all these, the actions are always delayed because we don't have a plan. We don't know where the money has to go, for what purpose it has to serve. There's no discussion or consultation with our own family members for whom we are struggling to make this money. And then, just because of all this confusion, we never have any structure towards family wealth planning. So, all these reasons put together creates confusion and delayed money discussion, and we never have any path to discuss on the wealth. So, we never grow the wealth at all. So, what actually requires is like we should plan our investments. We should never chase returns. We should know what is our goal, what is the thing that we need to first concentrate on. And according to that, we need to plan the finances. The first and foremost, before even uh, starting to invest, first thing we need to check whether we are protected, not we, but as a family, whether the health insurance is in place, whether we have enough emergency fund to cater to our family needs in case there is some emergency in the family or the breadwinner lost his job and we need to depend on the emergency fund for or else what happens is we will take away the investment that we have made for some goal and the goal delays because of this and there is a big confusion. The next is the lifestyle changes. And as the lifestyle changes, the expenses are increasing. So we go for the bigger things, and it also involves cost. And nowadays, everything is coming under inflation. So whatever we plan today may not cost the same after the years, some years when the goal has to be executed. So we need to plan for that. So we need to plan our investments to beat this inflation. And we never have a clarity on how we take care of our retirement. How are we going to plan our children's education? We literally don't have an idea. We just put in randomly, like in PPF. There are so many instruments for in retirement planning, and we blindly put into it, not even knowing what is the amount that we require for our retired life. How are we going to live the retired life? And how are we going to support our children's education? So we literally don't have a path or a direction towards which we need to go. And when we do our finances randomly, then we are not having any direction. So these are the things that leads to confusion regarding finances in the family. So now what we need to see. So we need to progress, or we need to create a framework that will change everything. So first thing that we need to see is like whether we are having all the protection in place. That is, are we having ample amount of emergency funds? See, emergency funds should support a family's expenses for the for at least 6 to 12 months if the breadwinner loses the job or something happens to the breadwinner. The family should not be affected. Next is having the life insurance. So this is also important too because it supports the family in your absence. So your absence should not stop your goals. The goals need to carry on. The other people who are dependent on you will not live the life along with you. It's your responsibility to see that things go on even in your absence. And this is achieved using the insurance. So emergencies over insurance, and next is something happens to you, the accidents, or there is some health issue. Now these health hazards and all these accidents don't come with invitation. They come randomly, and we should be in a position to face it with confidence. So when will that happen? Is when we have proper health coverage for the entire family. Otherwise, what happens when we don't think about the protection first is like whatever we are planning to invest or whatever we have invested for other goals will be touched, and then that goal will not be met. This is the actual reason why we have so much of chaos around or confusions around our finances. So once the protection is made, we need to have stabilized the cash flow. We need to plan for we need to plan for our debts. We need to first know how the cash is coming and how are you going to redirect it in the proper way towards the expenses, whether emergencies, expenses, and uh, all that. So once that cash flow is built, then next is where we think about the growth. So now we need to think about the planning. That is, we need to see how we are going to plan our retirement. And this is the least thing that people will ever consider when we start working. And I should say, after protection, when we plan our finances, first thing to consider is retirement planning. Because that is the stage of life where we don't have an income, but we have the same expenses that is there with us even now. But how do we go about it? Even our medical expenses increases as the age increases. But if we have not planned for it, then it's gone. Correct. So these are the things that we need to think when growth in the next stage of that is growth. So we need to invest the money in such a way that it helps us the growth of our investment and in turn helps us keep our uh, keep our things in stability even during crisis. So next is once we know the growth and we start investing, we should think of a system which or no, should automate all our investments. We should know to which direction each of our investment is directed towards, and it should be automated so that you don't have the tension of seeing. What happened to my money here? What happened to my money there? What has to happen will happen. So we should build systems that support us or help us build our wealth. So this builds the clarity within us. So now when we have the clarity or we have a path on which our money is flowing, and we should have a review system where we are going to review this flow or this system in such a way that it keeps us moving ahead, and we are always not in confusion. We have total clarity regarding the money, and this helps us build our financial stability. So now you can now earlier everything were scattered. We didn't have any direction towards where the money is going, so we had a lot of confusions and we didn't know how to balance all our requirements. Now we have built a system, and the system helps us to understand each of the where the money is going, where each of our buckets are directed towards. So we have a confidence in our system and we have confidence in ourselves, and clarity. This gives us the clarity on where our money is actually flowing towards. So this is actually how we achieve financial independence. Now we have good income, we have multiple investments. We know where this investments are targeted towards. So once this clarity is built, we will never have any confusion regarding our goals or our security of the family or ourselves. Now, now, if you felt that any of your financial any of these steps are not in place in your financial life, then just just see how we need to build that financial wealth. First, we need to have the emergency fund in place. We should review whatever insurances we have to see that we are actually protected with insurance we have. Then we should move towards stabilizing our cash flow. We need to plan the retirement. We need to have goal planning in place. We need to also have this review system to review all these every year, year on year, and then we again reallocate our funds accordingly. So this step-by-step process help us get the clarity on our financial life. Now, I hope this video gave you a direction towards your financial life, or it helped you understand where actually is the gap in your financial system or in your financial system. So if you feel that any of these things are not in place, that is, you are not having sufficient insurance or you don't have any uh, what is emergency fund set up still, and you don't have any goals to which your money investment is directed towards, you have not done your portfolio assignment, all these things, then you will always have a confused mind towards your wealth. So this is not the case. Always the wealth, if you are in the process of building wealth and not earning money doesn't lead you towards the wealth. The wealth is built only when you follow a system and then you grow strategically, not in a reactive manner. So I hope this video gave you a clarity on where is the gap in your financial system. Now, if you feel that you have a gap in your financial system, feel free to book a clarity call with me. The link will be given in the description of this video. And get your financial roadmap, personalized roadmap planned along with me. And then be very confident saying that I know where my money goes. I hope this video was helpful to you to understand the gap in your financial system. And if you feel you require any help towards building your personalized financial roadmap, click on the link to book a clarity call with me. I'm always here to help you understand your finances better. And if you feel like any of your friends will get an understanding about his finances through this video, don't forget to share this link with those people who need this. And also subscribe to this video so that you will get subscribe to my channel so that you will get updated when I release new videos on financial or wealth topic. So feel free to book a clarity call with me to get your finances on track. Thank you.